my lovely Scorpios. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Scorpios, the shadow, the self, the village, the sword, the forest, the ring, the flower, and Kairos. I just kind of get this feeling of being in a room full of people, but like not being present with those people. Just feeling like there's a whole lot of like things going on around you, but you feel just like disconnected. I think disconnected in a way that almost feels like emotionally numb. I don't know. You know, for some of my Scorpios, it could just be like friends. It could be family, you know, where it's just like I don't know why I feel the need to do this. Because I just kind of get this feeling of like, because I just feel like it's just been this on repeat, rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. You know what I mean? To the point where you're just like so disconnected from it that you're like, it's like the Irish exit, or you just like get up and you walk out. Like you don't say goodbye to anybody. You don't do, you know, you just kind of like exit left. It feels floaty. I don't know. I almost feel like I'm in this dream where it's like you're in the kitchen, and you know, like everybody's having this conversation and everybody's really intense about it and everybody's but you're just kind of like on the outside of this group of people, and you're just so disconnected, and then you just kind of like float into another room, and then almost as though like that room turns into some adventure. I don't know. It has a very dreamy feel to it right now, Scorpios. I like goosebumps. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like you're just kind of like you're going to do something that you haven't done before, because that's where you feel committed. Because I feel like there's no tether to you and any of these energies that you're surrounded by. The only tether was that you happened to be in the same room. But it's like as soon as you leave the room, it's almost like that energy and that reality just like disappear, and like here you are in this whole new world, and you're excited and you're committed to this like this evolution of self, and but it feels dreamy. So I don't know how that plays out for you as an individual. But I do definitely get a strong sense of disconnect. And just kind of exiting the room, not even saying goodbye. The Four of Pentacles, Justice, the Eight of Pentacles. Well, just those heavy energies that don't feel, you don't feel connected to them. I just feel like there's no, I don't feel tethered to that in any way. And then you have the Hierophant, the Six of Swords, the King of Wands, Seven of Swords. Oh my gracious. Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, Seven of Wands. Oh, a lot of sevens. Seven of Wands, the Moon, and the Eight of Swords. Well, again, I just like this group of people who you feel really disconnected from. I feel like it's just been a steady disconnect. Just like a steady disconnect to where, I don't know, I just like, it's almost like when somebody talks to you, like I feel like your eyes are glazed over. Do you know what I mean? Because you're just like, there's too many times. And every time I cut every single cord. until I was completely free. And then once that happens, you see your way out. You get the courage, because you don't have, like, I have zero motivation to attach myself to something that has proven to be consistently an unhealthy environment. And my justice is in going in another direction, right? I'm just walking out of the room. I am just going into this new land, this new adventure. You know, like, that's where my justice is. You have the sun and the moon, and I love that. You know, but it's just this like joyful intuition. There are times when we follow our intuition because it's like there's just something about somebody's energy that just really, I don't know, you're just like, you know, it's like a magnet to you, where you literally feel like repulsed by somebody's energy. And I feel like instead of feeling like that repulsed by another's energy, I feel like you feel drawn into, you know, like there's almost like this magnetic pull, you know, that like pulls you out of this room, I guess we'll say, because that's how it's coming through. And sends you in new directions that I think I just feel like, you know, you're meant to be there. I just feel like this, like, I know this is where I'm meant to be. That's where this like dream-like state, I feel like is like carrying a lot of weight, because it just feels very intuitive, but it feels like joyfully intuitive. Like, this is the direction that I need to go. And you don't even think to say goodbye to the people in the room who are in the heavy energy, you know, because like, why? Don't want to interrupt their drama. I'm just going to go into my joy. You know what I mean? Okay, I love that, Scorpios. Three of Cups. Nine of Swords. 10 of Swords. 7 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, again, with this like manipulation and this just feeling like, I mean, you can't win for losing. You're always waiting for somebody to have something to come at you with. You've got options, you know, it's like, I know that it's not like I don't have any good things in life to choose from, but like, also, what about any of those choices is supposed to be appealing to me? You know what I mean? And you feel that way, and you feel that way, and you feel that way until you're completely disconnected, and then you just like float into the newness of life. Where I think there's a lot of celebration to be had, you know? I think that you're excited. Again, I think you're excited. I think you're committed. I think that you're headed in someplace like in a new direction with something that's new to you, and that it doesn't feel heavy, right? I've been doing chakra work with my friend, and you know, she's doing the Reiki, and I mean Reiki. I mean Reiki. Sorry, we know somebody whose name is Reiki. But anyways, it's interesting when you start to pull out the energetic weight that you carry, the energetic cords, you know, because if you think about, like, if you cut the cords, like, you still have to go and you have to untie them from the whatever, the baskets, or, you know, and throw them out because they're still there. And I just feel like this, like, you've been pulling out all of this negative energy and all of these cords, and it's like you do it, and then you just kind of float away from all of this heavy energy that you had been existing in and around, but had been slowly detaching yourself from bit by bit, until you're just like off. And I love that, Scorpios. How would that resonate in real life? I don't know. It could be a job, you know, where you're just like, I've been applying for jobs and I've been doing these things, and now I'm going to be going in this direction. Or if you're doing, you know, really well at work, and then, you know, like, you've been, you know, like, getting rid of the people who aren't good on your team and building it up, and now you're being offered an opportunity to like expand in another direction. I don't know. It could play out that way too. You know, if it's a relationship, I feel like there's just somebody who you have this like magnetic attraction to, and it's one of those things that's so strong that it, like, everybody else in the room disappears. You know, I don't I don't know how it will play out for each of you individually. I'm sure that it will vary. But whatever it is, there is just this sense of newness to it. There is a sense of, you know, like, even if you are a little bit afraid, I think that there comes a point in time in our lives where we're more afraid of missing out than we are of holding on, you know, because we miss out when we hold on, right? I mean, because Scorpios, come on now, Scorpios are ride or die loyal as fuck. You know what I mean? And if you are a Scorpio's friend or family, you are a Scorpio's friend and family. You know, like, I love Scorpios. And I just kind of get this feeling like, if you've been in some unhealthy relationships, if you've been in unhealthy environments, if you've been in unhealthy, you know, like work, whatever, or you've been, you know, working to get rid of all of those things because you knew that's not what you wanted and you've steady been cutting those cords, I just kind of feel like the cords are cut. You wandered into another room and nobody even noticed that you left. You know what I mean? Because you just, like, you weren't in their energy in the first place. But that's probably a very protective blessing that you have acquired. I feel like that cloak of invisibility. You know, like, let me get out of this one alive, which means nobody can notice when I leave. You know, whew, Scorpio, that kind of felt heavy, but I don't know. I mean, sending you lots of light and love and happiness and joy, and I feel like there is heaviness that you're leaving behind, but you have a new direction that you're going in, and it's something that you're committed to, and whatever that energy was that was heavy is like no longer connected to you. You've cut all of the cords. You're heading out. You're going on your way. You're getting the justice that you deserve because you have been steady, doing your best, you know, like building up your resume, building up your team, building up your relationships, building up your community. You've been steady building, you know, and it's like every time you build, I don't know, again, I just get this feeling of being in a room with a room full of people, but nobody even notices what you're doing. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, well, I've just been building. Oh, well, I've just been doing this, you know, like, continue not minding me. I'm just going to go. And I feel like this sliding under the radar, because that's how you're going to get to where you want to be. I don't know, Scorps. If this does resonate, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.